Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, December 19th, 2023. This is Jennifer. I guess it goes without saying that I have finished my quilt. I am so delighted by this, guys. Once again, this is the Mayflowers pattern from Running Doe Quilts. This is a Via Rosa postcard pattern, so it's literally, I'm not going to show you the back too long, but it's literally just what's on the back of the postcard. You can also download this as a pattern on Running Doe Quilts website, and I will put a link to that in the description. This was all fabric from my stash. I didn't buy anything special for this quilt. All of the flowers and the leaves are made out of Christmas fabric that I had kind of collected and just put in a box. And I've used about half of what I have. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to go through the rest and make a donation to Austin Creative Reuse, because the stuff that I didn't use was stuff I didn't really talk to me. I didn't really want it in a quilt, so I think I need to let it go and let someone else have it. These are, as you can see, sizable flowers. I had a really good time putting all of these together. Most of them are not directional, but the ones that are directional, so for example, up here, the penguins, I basically did directional this way and then flipped it upside directional this way. As long as it's on like the portrait, vertical, those fabrics, part of them at least, will be going in the right direction, because I didn't want it to have a right side up. I did do, you might see the red ones actually have a yellow center because the red center just didn't work. So I changed it to a yellow fabric, and I really like that. There's only two of them. There's one here and there's one down there. And then all of the rest of the centers are a red with like little colorful stars in it. And that is also what I use from the binding. That is something that's been in my stash for years, for years and years and years. And all I had was a little bit of a 2.5-inch strip left. So I was really glad to finally put that to good use. I also want to show you the back of this quilt. We're going to go ahead and do that now. I thought we'd stand a little closer so you could see this design a little better. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but a couple months ago, I went to Habitat Restore here in Austin, and I found almost a full bolt of chocolate chip cookie fabric, and I paid $3 for it. There ended up being 9 yards of fabric on this bolt that I paid $3 for. So I used about 6 yards for the back of this. It's like more like 5.5. And I did like a ribbon quilting, which I'm not sure if that'll show up here. I will at least put some pictures in because that's usually a little bit easier to see the quilting. I still have enough of this to make pajama pants if I want to. I just haven't decided yet. I did name this Snowflowers because the pattern is Mayflowers, and this is my label that I made. I used my embroidery machine for this, and I used my Embrilliance software to put all this together. And I tried to keep it simple, so Snowflowers with my name, and then I like to credit whoever designed the pattern. I really appreciate it when people credit me on their labels, so I wanted to make sure I did that. So it says Mayflowers pattern by Running Doe Quilts across the bottom. Another thing I got up to was making another Christmas tree. I'm almost sure that there is a person in my life that I did not make one for that I meant to make one for. So I went ahead and made this, and I'm being a little coy because it's going to be a gift. I don't know if this person will watch my video or not, so just want to be a little extra careful. And this is just like cute, it's just cute fabric that I had in my stash that has critters on it, all kinds of stuff. There are cats and sharks and fish and owls and little wolves and little foxes and all kinds of cute stuff. These little ornaments, I think my friend Janice gave these to me, but I'm not sure. At one point she gave me a bunch of Christmas buttons, and I'm pretty sure these came from that. I did hand sew all of these little guys on. And then this piece is actually 2 snowflake buttons that I'm trying to wiggle it out here without breaking it, that I glued back to back on a pipe cleaner. And then I put a little glow in the dark paint on the snowflake, and I sprinkled glitter on top. I have no idea if the glow in the dark is going to work or not. I haven't actually tested it. I need to do that. But the main thing was the glitter. I just thought if it did glow a little bit, then that would be fun. And if it doesn't, that's okay. I did want to mention that when we were decorating our tree, I found an ornament that was basically this, but this tall. It did not have stuffing in it. It had just a layer of batting, and it was only 2 layers of tree. It was still a little bit three-dimensional. It had like a little hanger, and I have no memory of this ornament. I'm sure someone made it for me. So anyway, I might have to try that. It is very tiny, so turning it inside out could be interesting. I've also made another one of these. I know I put a little picture in last week because I forgot to show you the one that I made for Janice. And I made another one of these. This is a Danish woven basket. It has a Danish name that I cannot pronounce, so I apologize for that. It makes a little basket, so you can kind of use it as a little gift basket. My understanding is these are traditionally made of paper. My husband's half Danish. His mom was second generation Danish. His grandmother was first generation Danish, and these were all over the place whenever we'd visit for the holidays, but they would be made of paper. So I wanted to make one of felt just to make a nice little Christmas ornament. And then, if I didn't already say it, this is in my Design Space, and it's using stuff from Design Space. So as long as you have a Design Space subscription, you should be able to access this. You can also make these out of templates. They're all over the internet. Just look for Danish woven basket. My last little holiday show and tell is the shirt that I'm wearing, which I actually just made for myself. This is the first line of A Christmas Carol. It is a story I listen to literally every year. I read it for the first time when I was 9 or 10 years old, and I still have that copy. I read it or listen to the audiobook every single year. I always watch Muppet Christmas Carol. That's my favorite version of A Christmas Carol. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Make sure you watch the version with Belle's song because it's definitive. And yeah, if you have Disney Plus, it's there and it's available a bunch of other places too. Can't read it. It says Marley was dead to begin with. I did this in Cricut Design Space using their fonts, and this image, which is a stake of holly through a heart, which is a quote from the book. This is, there was a holly that had a really long stem, and I actually took another image from Design Space and made it longer and then joined it with a heart. It took me, it's a little more complicated than that, but I really like the finished image. And again, this will be in my Design Space. So if you have a Cricut and you have Design Space, you should be able to access and make this if you want to. I made mine out of glitter, and I'm kind of wishing I'd done it in glow in the dark because I think that would have been nice and ghostly. So that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful week. I hope you have a crafty week. I hope you get some time to craft. I hope you have some time to rest. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.